Everybody, Project 1042 here, whatever your name is.
Thank you.
Today we're here to review Assassin's Creed 3 for every console. So let's get this started. Presentation. The game presented itself really well, if I have to say so myself. I mean, it was, it just made you feel like you were really there. There wasn't really a sense of like,
Yeah.
It was really presented well. And I mean, anything you want to add on to that?
I liked the theme and setting of the story, colonial America, if you hadn't known. And it was just very fun going through Boston, New York, the frontier, seeing history go down, which in my opinion, this is the best history setting. Of course, the previous ones were great, but I like this one better. It had more history and more... It was very fun, in my opinion. I like it.
Yeah, so, I mean, the presentation was really thought out, really well done. Alright, so story. Honestly, I think this is a little bit more better than Ezio's story, just because I feel like it's more history-orientated, like Assassin's Creed is supposed to be. And the story had some really great moments. There was those emotional moments. There was those, moments where you're just, like, in awe at what happens. And I just thought it was overall a great story. And, I mean, what do you think about the same, right?
I absolutely love the story. I think it was definitely the best one by far. Everything about it, it's just, and you obviously gotta live some historical moments, unlike most of the other Assassin's Creed. You only lived a few, and this one you relive a lot of historical moments, which is really fun to experience.
Yeah, and I mean, the character Connor, a lot of people, like Ezio a lot more, and I mean, we could see why. We had 3 games of him, we're used to him, he's Ezio. But Connor, for me, is my favorite, just because it's just something about him. He's a lot more serious.
Motivated,
and he gets his stuff done that he says he's going to get done. I mean, even in times when you think he would give up, he still just keeps going and going.
On.
Yeah. And I thought a lot of the other key characters like Washington, Pitcairn, Charles Lee, Hatham, everybody was just well done. I thought the voice acting was good,
yeah,
too.
I like voice acting. Especially when they do Native American language, the Moth.
Yes. There's a lot of Native American language spoken in this, and I thought they did really good on that. So the story is really just fantastic. I mean, it's great, and it's just everything that people would want in a really good story-driven game. A lot of people complain about the ending, and to me, I thought the ending was just fine. I mean, a lot of people really nowadays judge a lot of endings. I mean, take a look at the Mass Effect 3 ending. And I mean, but this game had a really good ending. It actually builds up a lot.
Been better.
It actually builds up a lot of theories and makes you want to know what's next. So I thought that was good. Now next is gameplay.
Yes.
Combat, amazing.
I loved combat. For example, I don't know if you remember, but in the previous Assassin's Creed, which annoyed me very much, is there'd be 2 guys talking to each other, and you had to kill one. And of course, it's very slow to kill him, and the other one already knows. In this one, you could quickly kill both of them down when noticing. You could do assassinations while running more fluently. With any weapon. If you didn't know, you can now use muskets as weapons.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. The muskets in the game can be used as weapons. They can be used to stab people, or there's this really cool kill animation, if anyone's seen it, I'm pretty sure you guys have, where you basically slam their head on the musket and then shoot their head. It's... Yeah,
or another
really
cool aspect that is in this, which I experienced some glitches in the previous one. If 2 enemies are about to hit you at the same time, usually a glitch going to try and counterattack. In this one, you do this really cool cinematic where there's about 6 I've experienced. I'm sure there's more. I've experienced about 6 cinematics where they're the most brutal kills in the game. I mean, and there's some brutal kills in the game. There's some really crazy ones. So
now on to what changed from the combat. Before you used to have to hold either right trigger, and for PlayStation I believe it might have been R1 or R2, I don't remember, and then you had to hold that down to push the counter button. Now it's just there's just a counter button there, and there's a break defense button, and square of course is your attacks. And I thought that was a welcome change, because you really had to change your combat really a lot in previous games. And so I thought the combat changes were really good. Free running got changed a little bit. They made it more fluent. And basically, in environments now, they added that into the free running. And we're not, just talking about climbing buildings. We're talking about if there's a market and there's area where there's a table, sometimes Connor will slide under, or he'll like jump over and roll. or buildings you can run through now.
Yes.
Certain ones, of course.
If there's for example, guards chasing you, which in my opinion, I don't know, I'm sure other people might like this, wasn't really my favorite aspect. Is it seemed like there's an entire army
Well, yeah,
of
but,
redcoats
I mean-
chasing you when it happened, but
Yeah, I mean Boston was, it's early Boston, so it's small.
either way, so it was kind of vital to hide, and I found it very useful. You would either go into the windows or the houses, and you do a little parkour going through there, and you immediately lose them as soon as you get to the other part. So
Yeah.
I found that useful.
So the side stuff, there's a lot of side stuff in this actually. There's naval missions now. There's hunting. There's the regular feather collecting, and of course, almanac collecting is new. And there's also assassination missions. Almost forgot that. And there's a couple other miscellaneous things that you can do in the areas. We would go more in depth on those, but you can pretty much figure out what they are. The hunting, is hunting. The naval missions were pretty good for what I did. I did the mandatory ones. He did the rest of them. There were really good moments. I mean, it actually felt like you were controlling the ship and doing everything. So that was really well done.
I think the naval missions for example, my naval missions.
Yeah, they were good. Now multiplayer. I put in I would say a pretty fair, decent amount. A multiplayer, I've been busy doing other things, so I haven't done that much. But multiplayer, of course, is the same as other multiplayers. Just
I like
some
the
new
new
maps,
characters.
new characters. Have they really changed anything in the multiplayer?
Not really. I think there's one other game mode, or Wolfpack mode.
Wolfpack, yeah, that's new. Basically, Wolfpack is where you and up to 4 people have to find a target, and it's an AI target. And you basically have to kill that person in an allotted amount of time, or else you fail that. And there's 25 sequences of that. And basically, if you do them solo, on certain maps and certain characters, you get the dark costumes of those characters. So that's really cool. Now, this is really the end of the thing here, but I just want to talk about for the PS3 users. You guys get the 4 exclusive missions. I haven't done them yet, but just thought I'd throw that out there. So that's really it for the Assassin's Creed 3 review. I mean, what would you rate it?
Out of 1 through 10, I'd probably give it a 9 or 8 out of 10. It's just, everything was great. The only thing, I didn't really like was, personally, for my opinion, and I know very many people find this stupid, but I found the taunting very useful in the previous games. And, I don't know. I guess that's really the only reason, and, it was great, I guess.
So what, 9 out of 10?
Yeah, about 9 out of 10.
Me personally, I give it a 9.5 out of 10. It was great characters, great story, great everything. The multiplayer is great and addicting as usual. It was just a great game overall. So,
any flaws, you thought?
there was a couple here and there, glitches and stuff, but it wasn't really game breaking. So that's really it for this review. Please like, rate, comment, subscribe. There will be more reviews after this. So yeah, just check out the channel. There'll be more stuff uploaded, more reviews, more stuff. We'll see you guys later.